Welcome to Raw Talk. As always, I'm going to have a link down below in the description to credit WWE. And it looks like they're back on track with having the full results, the featured superstars that were on the show. So let's get into it. So the show opened up, it helps if I could speak properly, with Cody Rhodes talking about winning the tag titles with main event Jey Uso. Yes, I got my cheat sheet so I can remember every little detail. Also talks about War Games and wanting to bring out Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins so that they can all chat. Judgment Day comes out with Jiggy. Oh my God. Jiggy McNugget. That's his new name now. And Damian Priest kind of snaps a little bit and he's like, I'm the leader. That's not how he sounds, but whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. But they got their nice, funky little jackets there. And then from here, what did we get? We got a match. World Heavyweight Champ Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn versus Dirty Dom Dom and McNugget with no sauce. It ended in a no contest. And yeah, that's what happened. It helps if I look at my notes here. Grand Slam Finn and Damian Priest got involved. That's what ended up getting the disqualification. They say a no contest, but I'm pretty sure it was just a disqualification. Oh yeah, and then Pierce came out like a raging lunatic again, and it was just kind of funny. It really was just how he gets like really, really mad there. We got some highlights of that right there. And then we move on to this section right here. Zoe Stark, while Adam Pearce was still there, we could pretend that's me, confronts Rhea Ripley, and Pearce still in the ring, saying that she will be champ at Survivor Series. I mean, just the typical, stereotypical stuff, but like I said, I really do like Rhea Ripley and Zoe Stark. Love them. And then backstage, we had a promo with Shinsuke Nakamura. Again, just absolutely wonderful hearing him in Japanese. At first, I was a little confused. I was like, who the hell's he been talking about lately? He hasn't been, like, actually singling out anybody. But then Michael Cole solidified my confusion by saying he doesn't know either. Apparently, nobody knows. I was like, good. It's not something that just went over my head and under my feet between my legs, because I could not figure out at all who he's been talking about. And I'm really curious to know who he's been talking about. I really doubt that it's Seth Rollins. I think that thing's been put to the past now. And then we had backstage Cody and Seth. They chat a little bit. You know, Seth says, look, man, I don't like you. However, I do respect you. So that was really cool to see. Like I said in the past, actually every video I say the same goddamn thing. I sometimes prefer what happens behind the scenes backstage in interviews than the action inside the actual ring. Sometimes, to me, it's equally important. It can really help shape the story. So then we got Otis right here versus Shinsuke, and the Shin wins with 3 Kinshasas. Kinshasa? Is it a Kinshasa or Kinshasa? Whatever. His finisher. Whatever that is. Took him 3 times, and that made Otis look strong, but at the same time, when it was all said and done, Shinsuke took over for the 1, 2, 3. Simple as that. We'll get into that little action in just a moment. So backstage at this point, Drew McIntyre and Seth run into each other. And Drew, you know, congratulates Seth, mans up, and says, you know what, man? You did what you said you were going to do. You're a good champ, and then walked away. And that point right there, I want you to hold on to that thought right there. Drew being good to Seth, and then Seth Rollins was limping and walking away, and Drew never cheap-shotted him. It's important to notice that. Okay? Piper Niven, Tegan Nox. I thought this was a great match. Tegan Nox defeated the tag champ Piper Niven. I just enjoyed it. It was just as simple as that. I didn't find it was really awkward. These are 2 people I believe that originally came from NXT. Don't know much about them, and I find that it just appeared like they're more comfortable compared to some other of the women in the locker room that are more seasoned in experience. I was really impressed with that. This was good. I was very happy with that. Backstage. Again, backstage, very important. Man, that ref gets intense. So backstage with The Miz again, Ivar and Bronson interrupt him, and then it turned into an Ivar versus, Bronson kind of thing, which again, I've talked about this before. I really enjoy that dynamic, that whole unpredictableness of just because you're two heels doesn't mean you're best friends. Look at Cody and look at Seth. They're both face. They're both baby faces, or whatever you want to call it. But yet they don't get along. I like that. It makes it more realistic. Okay? It really, really does. Kaiser Bun and Chompy Tomato went at it, and Kaiser won because of Giovanni Vinci. Did a little goosey-goosey there. And, yeah, this was a good match as well. And then what ended up happening, we'll get into that in just a moment. Yes. So after Kaiser Bun there, we had backstage Judgment Day talking and poking fun at Damian Priest. Oh, so let's see what the esteemed leader has to say. Vince says to Priest, come on, man. He's proven himself. Let Jagged McNugget get in here and make him a full member of the Judgment Day. Now, this I didn't like. I liked the match. I think they're both great competitors. I just didn't like the way, even the rest, like, whoa, what's going on there? Indy Hartwell, Zia Lee, again with that KO boot. I'm just not buying it. Becky Lynch comes out, post-match talking to Zia Lee. It's a kick. I get it, but we've got super kicks. He ain't Shawn Michaels. Okay, even Jey Uso with his wicked kicks. And Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, they're not a finisher. And to the point where now Indy Hartwell couldn't compete. The last time it was somebody else. Was it Becky or it was somebody else? Anyways, the point is, I don't really like that angle. She doesn't have this like amazing kick that can just knock people out to the point where they can't continue. But whatever, that's ended up what happening. Now, backstage, Gunther. Yes, backstage, Gunther confronts The Miz about Survivor Series, as well as Zoe and Zayna Baszler. Is that her name? Oh my god. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Anyways, Baszler there, the one that ran Ronda out of the... I'm botching her name. Anyways, her. I don't want to keep harping on this. I'm pulling a Michael Cole here. Then Raquel Rodriguez came out, wished Zoe good luck. Then Nia Jax came out like a real heel. I'm on like 4 hours of sleep tonight, or last night rather. The night before, so I'm not all there. And basically just said nothing important. It wasn't entertaining or nothing, but it was interesting to see Raquel, Baszler, and Zoe, be on the same page. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna look to see who the hell. What? Really? Oh, because she wasn't on, like, actually wrestling? Oh my god. Are you kidding me right now? Well, whatever. That's kind of funny. So The Miz defeated Ivar, but not before Bronson Reed got involved there. And The Miz kind of shared a bit of a celebration with the fans at ringside. That was really nice to see. I really feel like we needed that. The Miz digging back down deep. My goodness, I can't speak today. I should have saved a video for tomorrow. Miz digging down deep again. And he did really well. This was a really good match. Very impressed again with Ivar. And of course, with big Bronson Reed. He's not just Bronson Reed, he's big Bronson Reed. Behemoth Bronson. Anyways, that's enough about that. What else do we got? Oh, man. Well, that just says it all right there. That's kind of what I look like until I wake up in the morning. Oh, look at the ring announcer. And that's not like a part of the show. That's like a legit reaction. That's what I really like because, you know, at the end of the day or at the end of the night, in this case, they're fans, right? I mean, the people like Michael Cole, he's obviously a fan. I mean, he's getting paid, but these people are fans. So that's actually like, oh my God, like, wow. That's huge. I still don't know how they do these crazy moves. You hear the pop, and they're not taking teeth out. You're not going to see Jey Uso with a big, massive black eye the next day. I know it's scripted, but I'm just saying there's some moves that they're really tagging each other, but I don't know how they do it so that they don't have, like, concussions all the time. But anyways, backstage, Damien welcomed McNugget to the Judgment Day, gave him his cut, the jacket. It's official. I thought that was cool. And then backstage as well, Gunther congratulated Giovanni, but actually snubbed Ludwig Kaiserbun. I don't know why he did. Oh, by the way, the reason I call him Kaiserbun is because Kaiser is a kind of bun. Literally, bread. Okay? Although he's quite low on the carbs, but and buns are high in carbs. And then Ludwig then ran into Jinder Mahal. And I put and I forgot Veer, you know, Inshin Veer Stone. You know, the tag team that he's managing. Jeepers. Them. I like how I had and I was supposed to research that. And I was like, and he was supposed to go and talk to Adam Pearce because we haven't seen them for a while. Veer. Anyways. So that's going to be interesting to see how that develops in the future. And then backstage, Alpha Academy and the Creed brothers kind of briefly hung out. New Day comes out and Kawaza does the whole WWE chant, you know, the whole dance thing. And it was really cringy and it was really funny. And then Cody Rhodes and Judgment Day. There was a great match there, but unfortunately, Drew did what kind of surprised me, actually. And now we go back to that moment I told you about to remember with the whole Seth thing. He could have taken Seth out. But you see, I'm still not sure that Drew is actually heel. And the reason is because he didn't take out Seth. He could have. And then you have to understand there's legitimate beef because at Clash at the Castle 2022 versus Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia. Clash at the Castle was not in Saudi Arabia, was it? Anyways, Clash at the Castle, wherever it happened, doesn't matter. 2022, Clash at the Castle, PLE pay-per-view. Solo Sikoa got involved, and that was the whole bloodline thing, and that's when Drew really started despising the bloodline. Now he's distanced himself from the bloodline. This could have just been the whole, like, the enemy. No. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yes. That makes sense, does it? Let me let me think about that for a moment. So the Judgment Day is the enemy of his enemy, Jay, so that makes them their friend. Yeah. So I think it was just a question of that, honestly. Now, he did shake hands with her at the end. We can see that at the very, you know, end here of the show. This is how it ended. I still don't know that technically makes him heel. Again, we've got the dynamic with Bronson and Ivar and then Seth and Cody. People on the same side of the wrestling thing. And they're not getting along. They don't like each other. Maybe they're going to do that with him. They're going to have a little thing. Problems with the whole Jey Uso thing. He'll get it out of his system. And then after that, that's it. I don't know. But that handshake at the end kind of made me feel like there's a little bit of a deal in there. But now that we've got McNugget in the Judgment Day officially, I don't know how big they're going to run this whole thing. I don't think this is going to be like NWO where you're going to have the Wolf Pack and all this crazy stuff from the WCW days with these big, gigantic factions. I don't know, like back in the 80s, there was really not a lot of I mean, there was a few factions, the Four Horsemen, stuff like that. I just mean there wasn't like a plethora of them like there seems to have been in the last 20, 25 years. So this, I'm really curious to see where this is going to go. Because that handshake makes me think, that Rhea asked Drew for. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait until next Monday and find out. You can let me know down below in the comment section what you think of any of this stuff. A thumbs up as well if you like the videos. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. A thumbs down if you didn't like it. And speaking of Solo Sikoa, we can have that thumb broken off inside of your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.